It's cold out here and I feel lonely. I know the time can move so slowly. And in the distance I hear voices. Are they real or are they in my head? I'm lovesick. You got me lovesick. And I'm lovesick. You got me lovesick. And now I feel alive.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the second map of this match, and here we have a new caster on board the Empress. Welcome, Slapcake! How are we doing, buddy? How we doing, buddy?
I'm feeling fine. This is new to me, but hopefully I give the audience like a good time with casting, I guess.
Yeah, I hope you do as well. Now, moving over to the second map, which is Summit, which I heard from Slapcake over here earlier. It's our favorite map, or I guess you like Summit, not favorite, but
I
like,
love
you
Summit.
like it.
No, it is my favorite map actually.
Oh, it is. Ah, yes. Earlier today, Blitz decided to diss us both for liking Summit. So L Blitz. Anyways, we're now moving on to Summit, the newest map the newest map added to Valor. It's been about like I think 2 or 1 month into Summit's release, and the meta has really shaped out to be that you really want a good Sentinel, and also for the first time ever, we're seeing a Veto come out on this map very much often more than before. Because recently, before Summit, Veto was treated like a very weak Sentinel, but now he has his place in Summit, especially with all those tricky corners all around, and of course, everyone comparing Summit to Corrode having like a very mid-heavy default, which I mean, technically Sunset also has that, so I don't know what people are complaining about.
Like when I've played Summit, I haven't seen Veto very often. Usually I see like a Killjoy, but we'll see what kind of Sentinels these teams play in Summit today.
Definitely. I mean, the reason why I bring up the Veto is because in APAC, we've actually already brought out the Veto in Summit, and it worked like a damn charm. The player literally put his TPs all around the corners that you wouldn't really check as the attackers. So he basically just got away scot-free every time that they attacked them. And looking at the composition here, Stay Determined really staying in line with that composition they played last map. And yeah, it's gonna be an exact match. It's gonna be the same composition they ran on Sunset. Meanwhile, you have Brick City here running the Vise and the Chamber combo. I like that, but Slapcake, what do you think?
They also have like similarities. They both have omens, they both have fades, and to both of those I'm not surprised. For Omen, it is very important in Summit, so Omen can easily like make one way so he could TP into mid. Like if you don't take control of mid, your team is almost definitely screwed. And for Fade, you have the util, you get to clear all the corners, and we all know Summit. If we were to summarize Summit in one word, it'd be corners. And so that's why people are picking Fade now.
Indeed. You could also make a case for Gecko,
Like Gecko, like there's like especially like on A side, there's like boxes like it's hard to like clear with like the molly.
But I mean, they can also honestly be remedied by throwing the flash just slightly higher to expand its range of seeing, which it's worked out a lot. But I mean, yeah, I get what you mean. Faye will forever be the dominant pick here on Summit. Sova, Summit really has not really had a place for Sova much because a lot of high walls, a lot of different bosses to block out the recon. So definitely, yeah, Fade is definitely a much better pick here on Summit here.
We begin the round with flashing our teammate. We have the defense Omen in a very good position here. He's gonna be able to crunch Chamber, I believe. Trying to take a hold of A site. These guys don't have much Sentinel util going on. They managed to kill. Okay, now it's even. Able to get the spike planted. Interesting how we smoke off cave. There's also one link as well. Vice has to take care of that. Hopefully they will. This is an unfortunate 1v3. Spike not planted for Vice. Yeah, it looks like Stay Determined gets this round.
A beautiful start to the pistol. Mean Boy looking very happy, and I did like Brick City's idea of going for the mid push. I mean, that's what you want to do on Summit. It's always gonna be that little mid default, and looks like again they're gonna try to attempt it. And the postman was a really good idea. I mean, everyone playing offside, playing on cave as well to make sure to defend that area, but where the spike was planted just wasn't really advantageous, especially where eventually Budget Celsius played in the very end. So I think that's just really something Brick City needs to watch out for, especially when it comes to post plants. Just know where your final player will be playing and just know where they're going to position themselves for a victory win. And as you can
once
see
again,
here,
there's another mid push. Pushing all the way into top mid, heading into B. Jed able to get one. They have the better guns as well.
indeed they do.
Jet swaps too. It looks like they're about to retreat. Maybe start fresh. Not much defense on A either. Fade realizes, repositions. Now it's just a waiting game. Cypher's able to get one. Lurking mid.
Yes, absolutely. Just going to be a waiting game. Slowing down the tempo here for both sides. Nothing else much. Gunshots firing, but not yet finding any picks. Ooh.
Looks like the team is managing to get on B. So Cypher now knows.
Ooh.
They're able to get the spike from main. Able to get that pick. Now it's up to Chamber, who's in mid. They don't know his position yet, I don't think.
Interesting.
It's still winnable for Chamber. He has a better gun.
Unfortunately, it will not come to be a very beautiful. Once again, that take of the mid control from Brick City, it's really good. But again, they just get overwhelmed on the side. State Determined has a really good protocols to make sure that the retake goes through pretty well, and also they lurked up behind them because they didn't take any mid, they didn't take any B main control, and that's the thing about Summit. You always need to take main control alongside mid, just to make sure that a flank doesn't come through, or if you have a Vice or a Chamber, you put a trip there to ensure no flanks can come through.
Immediately closing the door. You've probably seen teams do that before. It's probably good that they did because they're doing another mid push. Fade able to pick up Phoenix with the Prowler. Now it's a full push on mid. 2 dead. The B site's completely free. And they're able to confirm. It looks like they're not going to be able to see this Vice. This Vice is probably going to be able to get to. Let's see. Oh, that's one. Oh, that's another.
There goes for a
Doesn't
tap.
look very winnable for this Fade. It's getting crunched from both sides. Maybe. It's 5 HP. It looks like
Beautiful,
Brick City
beautiful
gets the
postman.
third.
Beautiful, beautiful postman up in here. And once again, a lot of good ideas coming up from Brick City, especially that little mid default that they finally have done, like I mentioned earlier. And honestly, Stay Determined needs to have a little bit more better protocols than just closing the door at mid. Maybe giving mid more pressure, doing a 1-3-1, maybe giving Phoenix and Omen the ability to just keep pushing forward. And I mean, that's where Brick City once again wants to go. And once more, they are gonna do a bit of a devo, leaving Vice to lurk over on the A site. And this time it's gonna be a full B rush instead of a mid push.
Looks like they're gonna fake a mid push with a Nomen smoke. That's not gonna matter, as they're still uh, holding their defense strong on B. Not much Brick City can do here without the full team to execute. Now they're able to get the positions of both players on the defense team on B. Smoked off. Defense team preparing for any potential surprises. Phoenix is unable to stall with this molly. They got Spike. Time is running low. They're unable to win the round. Stay determined to win on time.
Beautiful round coming up from Stay Determined. Just that fake was a really good idea from Brick City. Just they took too long to execute the B fake to A rotation, and they just ran out of time. And eventually, that's the thing that bites them back. Really, in a map like this, you really need to be ready to do these fakes fast, because once you fake mid and then you fake B as well, you need to have your lurker ready and stand by. Which that's what happened, but the rotation just took too long. If you're gonna do a B fake, you should always be fast. Always be fast, never slow down. Otherwise, you get what happened to Brick City.
And maybe some like information on A2. Last round there was like 2 mid and 3 B. They didn't have much room for information gathering except for on B. They might be repeating history with this push right here.
Seems to be.
Once again, it's a waiting game, except this time Vice is actually A. Vice is able to get A site. Oh no. That was an attack chamber too. They gave defense. Nah. It's not looking good for Brick City currently. And Omen is unable to get any more picks from that round.
I mean, it looks like they didn't repeat history, but they repeated the same mistakes. Again, it's just very slow in the informations. I mean, you would have rather just send out the Fade Han trying to find information on the B side, which I don't think they did. And then Vice just getting a pick off on A. Like, that could have been the signal. Hi, guys, come A, come A, come A. But no, they all decided to do their own hero plays. And Brick City, I think, just got a little bit cocky over there. And now they're picking out where the possible positions are of these defenders here.
The Cypher is very scary to this team. So it looks like they're trying something different. Neon trying to scale up. It's another trade of information on A-Link. Chamber was able to hear that. Maybe Chamber will get one with his up. So far they've invested some ults. Looks like they're planning to take B. They have the site smoked. Defense Omen was able to get some information with his ult. 3v4 for the defense team. Looks like they're going to invest a Fade ult, a Phoenix ult. Molly for drop. 1, 2. This is a very winnable round. They know one's drop. But the Chamber is able to pick 2 with his op. And they get the clutch.
The moment the Budget Neon got that first pick, it was all downhill from there. They determined just couldn't really find the retake picks that they really needed. And also, not to mention that when Cypher went down to Neon's tour de force, there was just nothing else you could really do. The whole site was broken open, and I mean, Jakal gave it his all, but fortunately, Brick City catches it out in the very end. Now, 4-2, economies are looking quite equal, and the guns are also quite equal.
They completely switched their strategy, slow and steady, to what looks like a 4-man A push. Hopefully they're going to be able to push out, and they do. Oh! What a shot on the sliding Neon from Phoenix. So now a 3v3. So far with these retake situations, attack team is able to win most of them. Let's see if the defense team actually can do something about it. Cypher unable to see the Vice behind. What a great one-way smoke, by the way. Pick on site. They have to play against this. They managed to kill one through the one-way, but Vice is able to get the trade. Thanks to the Omen smoke. That's a great one-way smoke for whoever's in cave.
Beautiful, beautiful one-way smoke indeed. And the entirety of State Determined just really didn't know how to kind of counteract their A aggression here. Brick City just pushing forward a brick wall right in front and utterly overwhelming Stay Determined here. And also Petit just not really clearing those corners that the VU would come to expect in this map. I mean, like I said before, and what we said before, it's Summit, so you have to just keep clearing those corners and keep clearing them all. Prowler exchange now here, and now the Jika has to fall back.
And they're definitely on a safe buy. 4 of them have sheriffs, or actually 3 of them have sheriffs. One of them a classic, one of them a shorty. And they are on Light Shield as well, so they're very vulnerable to the outlaw that the chamber has currently.
Ooh, push in.
Omen unable to pick one.
Ooh,
Kill through the box.
Ooh. Beautiful.
Looks like they have A site all to themselves.
Indeed. Going with the Blade Storm though. Come towards cave.
The chamber trip is able to pick up Cypher. They know where Cypher is. Looks like Neon's gonna kill him. Now it's just Jet all by himself. Ooh. That's 1. That's 2 as blinded. Buzz unable to win the round due to the Neon flank.
And as you can see from where these State Tournament players kept dying around the map, it just looked so desperate. Like it looked very separated. I mean, they had a lot of good ideas, especially in the A main push here, but honestly, they just didn't really work out. Maybe I would have maybe much preferred that since they were on an eco, they would have just gambled stack. Maybe they could have just played for info, played information, just to try at least get one pick to upgrade a gun instead of just trying to go for hero plays. Because in an eco, you don't really want to go for those hero plays because you know that you're gonna get overwhelmed. But I digress. It's now a 4-on-4, and that's not how you want to start this next round out.
Attack team able to get first blood in mid, the most important section of the map. Phoenix able to get the trade. Neon has locked herself in, but looks like she's going around a flank to kill Phoenix. Neon's trolling. Waited for Phoenix to turn. It is a 1v3, but looks like all of them are low. Except for Cypher, who has just a small shield.
It's to be just a save from Budget Aspas, or at least try to find an exit frag. Sending out the haunt, noise will be made, and now they know where potentially Budget Aspas is going to go. And once again, a very bad plant spot, but let's see how Budget Aspas plays this out.
He does have his ult now. Which is... Cypher does have his ult too. Maybe he could find a body. Looks like he is trying to find a body. He's in A main right now. Looks like he's deciding not to use it yet. Faye just waiting to use her Nightfall. Unfortunately, the plant position, as mentioned, is not very good for them. And
push forward on this.
No. If
Once-
only the plant.
Once
Was
more,
better.
Brick City repeating history here, putting the spike where it probably wasn't properly planned for them. And I mean, their ideas on the mid push, their ideas on taking the space, as well as Neon's deep flank, was really, really good. Just State Tournament's aim was just a lot more better and a lot more crispy. And at the very end, of course, that mistake coming out from Budget Aspas, planning the spike where it probably shouldn't have been.
Looks like it's been the same setup so far. That smoke on mid kind of adds pressure for the Jet because they don't know if one crossed. Fade able to get a little bit of info. Now they're stomping. Looks like they just want to take the site now. They're ripping all the ults. Phoenix able to get the Neon again. Now 4v4, looks like they're able to get the plant. Fade able to get one in cave. Oh no. Oh, Omen is able to safely teleport. Little trade right there. Be able to kill the Omen. They might be able to flank, and easy defense from the attacking team.
Beautiful, beautiful post plant. This time the spike around. It's actually planted where in a position where everyone can defend it from. So very nice job, Brick City, learning from their mistakes. As well as that Omen TP through the smoke. It was a little bit risky, and I think if Budget for a second would have just spammed a little bit more, could have found the kill in the end. But I digress. State Tournament's retake though was a little bit disastrous. It felt a little bit disjointed at some points, but then again, State Tournament has to be determined here now to continue forward if they want to win their own map pick of Summit.
looks like Cypher does not have his trips up. Brick City seems way more confident to push now that there are no trips. They seem confident that once dropped, they have the site basically free to themselves. It looks like they're not expecting two to come from main. Unfortunately, they have the better weapons. Phoenix is able to kill one. Phoenix pops his ult. Doesn't get too much value from that. Looks like he's just trying to get some. Ooh. He doesn't go for the ace. What a good teammate. He wants to save his gun, win the round.
Last round before the switch.
Very beautiful post one once more coming up from Brick City here, and just continuing to get that lead back up 6 rounds now, at least securing a 6-6 half at the latest here. Immediately closing the door right away. Mumu, very nice. Budget for a second. Jackal getting Budget kick up back, sending out the flash. Jackal finding a headshot straight into the smoke. Pushing forward is Budget Forsaken, but Jackal continuing to find these kills. Budget Neo trying to damn this, but eventually stay determined will end the lives of every single Brick City member. 6-6 half, a very, very nice scoreline.
They basically sped ran that round. I barely had to see a chance what was going on. Looks like they all decided to push A main and got punished.
Indeed they did. Now looks like stay determined. Now on this pistol round, looking to just do a full four-man rush while leaving Cypher to lurk. What do you think of that idea, Slapcake?
For the 4-man against, so far there's a Chamber and a Fade on A, but this looks like a normal setup. Cypher trying to get passive information on B while the rest of the team tries to take space. Chamber unable to get a kill from that, but that's okay. They have an open smoke. Able to push them back a little bit.
Keeps him at bay, but look at how deep Cypher has already gotten over Petite. Finding Budget Celsius, Mu as well. Deep into the mid lines, the pistols are showing up. Beautiful Bandit coming out. Taking on Budget Kiko. Petite now being able to close the door a little bit. Now positions himself down in drop. Oh, opens a cam at the wrong time. Budget Forsaken could take the time here. Steps down, spots out Petite with his pants down. Budget Forsaken continuing to find another player. Sends out the paranoia move, finding Budget Neon. Can Budget Forsaken find another kill? No, he cannot. Budget Aspas finding Moo. It's now down to a 2v1. Budget Aspas, all the time in the world. You have a gun. All you have now is bullets in hand. Trying his damnedest to hit a headshot, but the shoulder shots will be the one to hit. Pistol round once again goes the way of stay determined.
I do like how Phoenix swung from the other direction just to make sure that he'd be able to get the trade even if Jet died. But overall, that was a very good pistol round for Stay Determined. It looks like they're going to... They even have a rifle this time. Planning to do a 5-stack push A. Maybe an Omen lurk on mid. See how this round goes.
We're about to see. The barriers are now dropped. Stay determined. Continuing to just do this kind of 5-man rush, which I'm fine with, especially on an eco from the enemy team, but still might want to take a little bit control of mid. But I mean, that is a good play here. Jackal finding Budget Kiko right away. Look at Budget Asphalt trying to attempt with a classic. A lot of chip damage over to Jackal, but as well other budget to him. Trying with a little right click, but just missing there. Budget Neon now in the back of the lines. Oh, gets taken down by Moo coming in from the mid lines. And now on the back lines of the attackers It's Budget Zelsus and Budget Forsaken. Budget Forsaken could TP over to the other side and maybe try to find an exit frag, but it looks like they are just gonna look to die to the spike here in this round. This is State Determined's map pick, so losing on this map would be an absolute devastating way to lose. Petite now just getting curious, looking around mid here, looking around cave. And Budget Celsius and Forsaken just gonna die to the smike, to the smike, to the spike. Excuse me, smike. Yes, yes, smike. That's what it's called. As the spike goes off, they push it forward. They just try to die to the spike. And there we go. And it's a beautiful flawless coming up from State Determined.
State Determined now able to keep their guns, but looks like Brick City is now able to buy more with the eco they got from last round. They all have full shield. They have a health advantage. It looks like they're able to correctly read where State Determined is planning to go next. They have 3 on B. And it looks like Stay Determined are trying to do a 5-man rush B as well.
Indeed, Neon now getting a little bit overwhelmed with all this Prowler, all these players that he finds. But Googlein taking down low, 10 HP. Now needing to go back over to mid, but Budget Kiko with a Phantom in hand takes a move through a wall. This Brick City wall still continue to hold up, even though these 2 rounds, these 2 rounds are not working well. Budget Forsaken now holding the mid lines alongside Budget Sus with this arrows in hand. Googlein unaware, unwise to it. Petite this time around as well, is aware to it, but 5 HP. Eventually, Budget Forsaken will be there to finish him off. Budget Kiko now over here on this left side.
Oh no, they made
Cal
noise.
Derp, you have to be very careful with the Bulldog. Now needing to slide forward, but
Neon
never
unable
mind,
to get the
Derp
trade.
able to switch it back around. Good spin. Good 180 from Derp. Sending out the hunt to try to spot out where these final 2 players could be at. Budget Forsaken and Budget Neon now stacked up together. Derp about to swing straight into 2, but decides against it. Going back over to the other avenue. Budget Forsaken, Budget Neon are already pushing up forward. Derp, you better be careful. Turn around now. Can you find these final 2 kills? Spawning out 1, but he cannot settle his shots. 8-7. Brick City takes the bonus.
It was a miracle at first, Fade being able to get those first 2 kills. But unfortunately, Brick City were able to adjust from the initial B push straight to a retake into A. It looks like they're gonna do it again. They have 3 on A.
They just
Well,
like
the whole
doing this
team-
5-man push. It's like they just like it doing that, but look at who's there about to face down. It's Budget Neon teleporting right back away. Running back pop, but Budget Neon with the headhunter will find his mark, taking Jackal down. While the rest of Stay Determined, they have let the Cypher lurk once more. Petite needing to find a good kill, a good pick to make this lurk worth it. He hears the chamber trip, opens up a cam. Petite, this has been your mistake before. You open the cam, you leave yourself to an open door. But looks like they're gonna pivot over to B. Yes. Looks to be a pivot over to B. Budget Neon finding Moo off the top and B main. And they're just now gonna push over here onto the B side. This is a beautiful wall placement, and Budget also is ready for it. The Thor's immediately active. Jet pushing up above. About to enter the Aris' sideline, but Googlein is much more smarter than that. Jackal as well finding his mark. It's up to a 3v4 or 3v4 retake. Meanwhile, you still have the Cypher lurking in mid. There go Googleins down here in drop. Bring out your gun, Kiko, and you have indeed. Budget Neon now pushing out from the back of lines, as well as the Cypher now regrouping with his team. Budget Neon could not be any more ready for this. Wait, never mind. He's gonna get spammed through. Petite not really looking. Sorry, I mean Budget Neon now looking at the mid lines. Petite as well. Finding good Mark Kiko, finding another dashing forward straight into the Phoenix's crosshair. And Petite as well will find Budget's ass past 9-7. Stay determined. There you guys are staying determined here today.
Looks like Brick City is close to having all their ults in case they want to guarantee themselves a round, which is very important since they are running low on money, running low on shield, and they need to find a way to turn it around in their favor. So I think this round they're just primarily looking for kills. They're not even bothering to cover a site.
We're just looking for those eco frags. Hopefully, just take out a gun out in the hands of Stay Determined. Oh, you do not know how close you are, Petite, to a very good crosshair placement. But as far as I do not know what you were trying to do there. Move, finding. Sorry, I mean, Budget Neon finding Moo. Petite now with this Phantom in hand. Budget Giga, I am not sure what you attempted there with that dash, but it's careful not find its mark. Once again, Budget Neon with this Headhunter. Always finding the good kills on this map. Setting out the molly. Jackal making sure these players are stay at bay. Continuing to push forward. Flash about to send flashes them out, but the one way does more than just Jackal! What a beautiful 3K. 10-7. That one way worked in the favor of the attackers rather than the defenders.
Team was hoping to get aggressive, get a bunch of kills. Unfortunately, they only got 2, which means they still don't have much money to work with. One of them is only be able to buy a Stinger, and interestingly, the Rice is buying a Node in this round. They're all close to ults. They have 2 of them. Yeah, another 2 have one way, and Vice's has 6 already.
Beautiful, beautiful tour de force shot, and with Bachikiko as a little bit of a bait to from Brick City here. Kyle now with a running back pop, finding one. Very good value for a very good value trade right there. But the Odin is gonna spam it right back. Beautiful, beautiful Odin vibe from Budget Celsius. Bachikiko as well finding Moo. Continuing to push forward. He is trying to embody Kiko's movements, but not the courage. Too good and there all that's left of the Stay Determined team. Left in a 2v4 at the site with an Odin ready to swing out, but who knows who's waiting right behind it? But the Zelsis continuing to rip them apart with his Odin, putting them into shreds. The flashes out. Derp completely flash, no follow-up though. Right behind the boxes, Budget forsaken. 10-8, Brick City attempting a comeback here.
Even with that worst buy, they were able to get that round. Mostly thanks to the awesome Vice setup they had.
Now, once again, this is gonna be a 3-0 to default. The operator not, the outlaw not really finding smart. Or I believe it's an operator on Budget Neon. Yes, it is. Look where Petite though is very deep into mid control. Brick City have started to give up mid control. Specifically this garden area, but never mind. Budget Neon right back at it. Jackal dead on the floor from the operator. But I mean, look at this. This is an area of mid you don't want to give up because it leads to so many different areas of the map. It leads to your spawn. It leads to your window. But Petit goes about to face the first person to spots. Budget Forsaken now dead on the floor. This lurk is working its charm. Now heading over to Cave. It's gonna be a 1v1. Budget Asphalt versus Petit Girl if he decides to push any further. That's now heading to break the door. The gun just brought out Budget Aspas slamming his desk. As you can see, but Petit Girl not aware of the incoming Neon. Nico finding it up. Neon with the operator shot finds yet another headhunter on site. Overdrive as well uses popped and falls. Moo. All that's left up and known in heaven is stuck at there. wants to continue the fight, but the operator and the overdrive is too strong. In comes Budget Celsius. He gets stunned up, and right behind is the Odin. 10-9. Brick City continuing their run.
That round was definitely like a perfect example of why mid is so important, because like for both sides, they were able to get kills from flanks, and so because like Summit is just made out of corners, and basically that's all it is. Um, Getting kills from mid is just so easy if no one's watching.
Indeed, and now a timeout has been activated by State. I'm assuming this is by State determined. It's just needing to figure out what they have to do to stop Brick City from taking their map pick. And right now they're pinging that out. They're wanting to look at a garden again because they know that Brick City has given up that area. You know, Brick City looking to fortify the looking to fortify the B side here, as well as looking to fortify the garden area, which they have given up so many times. So they really need to push it in now.
They're actually planning, or the Chamber's planning to make a push on mid this time. Still has a similar trip.
Do similar trip. They've really lost that trip, honestly, on mid. I don't really know why they would have given it up. But Giselsis, again, with this Odin, stay determined aware of where this possible Odin could be positioned. You're just using the the camera immediately broken. Probably not where they wanted the cam to go, but it's unfortunate. Budget Neon and Budget Zelsis finding picks up their own on these two glass cannon weapons. The hailed story, the Hail Mary weapons of Valorant. They now need to continue to find kills on their own, as Stay Determined still stuck between a rock and a hard. Just settled down. And now they're already going onto the B side. Sees a scent. Googling. Ready to push the smoke. Not knowing that there's two players right behind it. They have to swing together if they want to win this fight out. But look at Derp. Derp is pulling away. Googling as well. We'll pull away a little bit. They're gonna tuck. They're gonna tuck together. About to swing into one another. Finding one, but both players are gonna die. Beautiful swing together. A little bit of 1-2-3 punch. Budget Forsaken finding one before eventually getting traded out. 2v2 now. Budget Zelsa versus Budget Neon. The glass cannon and the glass Odin needing to find their mark. Budget Neon already picking up a Phantom here. Before the camera also is broken. They now know that where both players are. Are about to swing, and they just line up for the headshot. A beautiful collat from Stay Determined, and 11-9, they are keeping that lead into their hands.
Also, branching off that idea of the changing the chamber trip, like he slightly changed it from putting out from the right to putting it to the left. We didn't get to really see it this round because they ended up going B, but if he put the trip like a little further back, it could cover people pushing in through A and making a normal A exec.
Fair enough. But you know, having to pull back from this aggression, seeing how there is a 5-on-5. Seeing how there's 5 people in main now, to just continue to push back. Comms are coming through. I don't know when we're gonna get a comm check. I mean, we tried doing it, but anyways. Sending out a Haunter trying to spot any information, but Kiko immediately gonna get overwhelmed here with all the bullets flurrying, and the absolute nightfall finding Budget Kiko, the Googling. Beautiful shots coming through. Budget Neon now gets a free weapon on the floor, having to settle on the operator. Neurotheft will spot out where these players are at. They have to do a 4-on-5 retake, but look who is at the flank. Budget Neon finding Jakal. Can they find the ult? Sending out, but also with the Odin finding its mark right behind the boss as well. Down in drop. setting out a seize, smoked off, dead on the floor, gets all left up to Google and overwhelmed with all these bullets around him. 11 to 10, Brick City wanting to keep it a 1 round difference.
They killed all 5 players without losing a single person. It was a 4v5 at the start of that retake, and they used a lot of ults. It looks like they used a total of 3 ults that round, but it was worth it. Like,
Budget Neon finding Moo right off the bat in mid. Once again, beautiful shot from Budget Neon once more. Petit just, don't worry about it. There's a little possible teabag there. Little teabag. Grabbing it now, having to grab out the spike. They're finding a stinger shot straight onto Budget Zelsis. Now that is the Odin down on the floor. Possible weapon upgrade for Derp. Found it. Budget Kiko holding this corner. Are you gonna clear this corner? Is the question. Jakal, you have a flash still in hand. Not really. Stashing forward is Budget Kiko. Oh, it's Budget Neon there because I'm thinking of the agent, not the player. Derp with an Odin in hand. Can you spam it through? Yes, you can. You are a definite Odin player. But bring out your gun, please. Do not run with your knife out. You know there's a player there. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? We're just getting silly here. And now we're all tied up 11 to 11.
Stay Determined is very determined. A little too determined. They decided to strategically give a round to Brick City.
Indeed.
To be fair, Brick City's Neon did have a couple of good shots, with especially combined with that slide.
And once again, coming out with the operator, the flash is sent, and the operator shot had to be sent early. Teleports back out, run it back immediately. Papa once again. Budget Neon, what is going on with this guy? This operator just finding its mark again and again and again. Something around B side is gonna be left empty. Both sentinels on one side. That's a little bit questionable of a play. You never do that. You never ever do that.
Cypher's taking a selfie mid.
Indeed he is. He just likes taking a selfie. They do a little bit of a pump fake to bring out the rotation from A side, and now they've done exactly that.
Oh,
now
what a fake.
Go back over to the ace site. But I mean, there's still that Odin, that little glass Odin, but nothing else to move forward. From the shadows, immediately used. Brick City is now going for a retake. He's waiting on all 5 members, but once again, there is no trip in mid. He could do it. Stay Determined could overwhelm the entirety of Brick City. If the Cypher comes through, I think they're gonna spot. Wait a minute, they're spotting each other. Petit finding Budget Ospas, and the retake is about to go into a complete disaster. Sending out the paranoia. The Odin finding its mark once more, keeping these players at bay. The Odin is at high. Petite girl is all that's left of Stay Determined, and Brick City will take us to series point. The coach is speechless.
He thought they were playing a tactical shooter. Unfortunately, Odin exists, or fortunately, depending on
on the site you're playing at.
Yeah, depending on. I personally love the Odin, but especially when Avice has it, it's very good in Avice's hands. Especially Avice as good as Budget Zelsis.
Indeed. Now they're about to face it once more. One more round of tribulation. It's either Brick City ends it all here, or Stay Determined will bring us chance more into overtime, and
Oh,
Google
no.
will be the one to shut it down. The Odin finally on the floor, but then again, you still have this tour de force on Budget Neon's hands. Door now closed. Petite girl, seeing that little trip there, Budget Neon as well, is aware to it. Is wise to it. Well, look who's running forward into the crosshairs of Petite girl. It is Budget Aspas, dead on the floor. Now that he knows that there's someone mid, but unfortunately, Petite has already ran away and now regrouping with his entire team. Paranoia hits, overdrive pop, taking down one is Googling, but the Odin will stop it down. Stay determined, bring us to overtime.
Switching sides. Overtime.
It's very clear if you want to win these rounds, you gotta buy Odin.
Now they're back on the attack.
Very good. It's very good against the Omen meta where they just paranoia you, but it doesn't matter if you just hold left click. The paranoia does nothing.
Exactly, and that Odin once again coming off for this time on the attack side of Brick City. They want to end this series bad here and now. They do not want to hand that split. I want to see it. Don't want to even think about it. Just want to get this win and secure themselves in the playoff contention. Breaking down the door, Derp getting followed by a Prowler. A little bit of shots coming out from Petite. I don't know what he was shooting at. Eventually, behind quad, Checkout will take some chip damage, sending out the Paranoia, and they're now going to continue to push forward straight into an MTA site. This is going to be a test to stay determined retake potential, and immediately it is shut down. Budget Forsaken already taken on Derp, but there's still 4 players right behind here. 2 going to cave and 2 right out of Link. But Neon holding the quad angle. On the quad side, Omen smoke straight into main, not aware that there's someone coming in mid. And Budget also gets found by Petite, but Budget Forsaken finding the trade on 7 HP, finding a 4K, and Googly will end the final life. On 7 HP, finds a 4K, and the coach is off his feet, up on his legs. He could not believe what Petite just did, and stay determined, take match point for the first time in this. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm right. For the first time in this map.
It's very, very good for them too. It looks like they've lost like more attack rounds, so now that they're on, more defense rounds. So the fact that they're on attack is good for them.
Once again, now Brick City on the defense. There's stapled side. Oh! The Flash not doing a damn. Budget Neo finding a good shot. Budget Aspas right behind quad. Swings out, finds Budget Aspas. Hunt will spot him out. The Odin spam coming through, but you are now Budget Zelsis. Aspas now moving over to the cave angle. Googling, holding it alongside Budget Forsaken. Sorry, Budget Kiko, I mean. Swings out, not really shooting bullets yet. I'm a little bit questioning that. Budget Zelsis with the Odin again. Budget Kiko as well. Googling about to push this cave angle, but it's wise to it. So just want to continue forward. It's about to spot out this. You better be careful, Googling, where you're looking, where you're gonna look. The gun barrel spotted. Budget Kiko ready for it. All that's left is Derp in a 1v3. Budget Kiko, you should not be swinging this. You need to wait for your teammate, taking another 11 HP. You're pushing forward now. You need to eliminate Budget Kiko, and he's now down on the floor. Discipline, a little bit more discipline here, and look at where Budget Forsaken is at. Down to 10 HP in a dream. But Budget Forsaken will be the one to end his life. 13-13. We continue onwards.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Door closed in mid. Once again, Brick City Wanting to take the mid control. The one thing they've done well in the attack half. Jackal trying to find some damage and does do it so. Moon now needing to fall back. Googling, holding the mid push, holding the mid angle, sending out the neon stuns, finds the kill. Eventually, cannot dash forward, cannot dash out in time. The petite girl finding his mark through these cages. Can you find a third? Yes, you can. Not again. Do we lose to the Cypher of Stay Determined Brick City? All that's left is Budget Forsaken, and once more, the Cypher has done their job. Not again, Brick City. Stay determined. That is insane.
Switching sides. Match point.
So much value from that Cypher ult. Life could be a dream.
Stay determined, but once again back on match point, needing to win this map out. But Neon once again, this time no operator coming out, only a vandal. Okay, fair. Trying to bit stabilize. Just a little bit. They're just taking this mid control. So Budget Forsaken will be the first one to take up contact. Nothing else. Slowing it down, Googling. Continuing to push forward as the tailwind expires. Sending out the Omen smoke. Budget Forsaken still holding the middle line. Haunt is gonna come through. It's gonna detect them. Paranoia immediately send a counter Paranoia to stop the push from continuing. A flash and send out. Smokes up. Budget Forsaken's face lit and up in a white. Fatigue continuing to fight. Continuing to trade. The Budget's also lit and Odin in hand. Continuing to eliminate these players. It's all that's left is Moo. All on his lonesome. All on his arouse. As Budget Asphalt sends out that Prowler. He's gonna be aware for the backs lines. Turns around though. Supports forward move. You're not aware from Budget Neon's positioning, and once again, 14-14, we continue onwards.
Mean Boy is very disappointed that, like, once again, check your corners. This map is corners, and unfortunately, Omen, though unlikely to be able to win, just all I had to do, just maybe look behind him, get one from there, get one from main. That could have been it.
Could have been it indeed, Brick. This is a very close affair. And this time, Brick City not wanting to take any mid control at all. Once again, facing down Petite on their site. If those tripwires, those cages can do anything, Petite, shown time and time again, they can make magic happen on this side. And this time around, the fake is gonna come through. Derp spotting out Budget Zelsis. Have to push back a little bit, Petite Egro. Still holding down the site. Pushing forward is Budget Kiko, and finally, for the first time in forever, Petite, the danger, has now gone. 2v5, Googling and Derp, all that stands. Brick City might have finally found a crack in the enemy's armor. Googling all that's left. You better start Googling how to win playoffs this time around. Better start Googling how to get into playoff contention again. You better start Googling how to aim straight. Big City continuing. 1v4, sorry. Googling version forwarding cave. Question is now, can he Google how to win a round? No, he cannot! Match and series point once again for the side of Brick City. And we all know how they like to run defense. Now stay determined. You just have to adapt to the Odin play, to the plays that Brick City has been doing on this defensive half.
Brick City is finally adapted against the Cypher set. The Cypher,
out.
I think,
A little bit of a desperate play here, sending out the
snowballed
seas as
from
well,
there.
wasting a lot of util.
Able to get
That's a lot.
London.
That is a lot of util from the side of Derp. I don't think that's the play there. That's not a good call. That's not a good use of the util here. Just wasted all your info util and they're all gone now. Wait, Derp. Chill, Derp, chillax. No, Derp, don't you dare. He used his entire
Here's
kit.
another. Done. You're done. You're done.
His entire kit is gone. There is no rotations coming in from Brick City, but the moment the strip is broken, it's gonna be Budget Oscos to stare down 3 players. Jackal already taking him down. Budget Neon meanwhile in the main is not ready for Derp. And this time, wait, what the hell? This time around, it's Brick City that makes the mistake.
I feel like this isn't deserved.
What? Huh? Oh wait, I think I understand it now. I understand it. Googling, taking a budget for second, all that's left is budget else is on an Odin crutch. But there's nothing else you could really do against 5 players with guns. And Cyber Trip coming through. Odin, nothing anymore left. And all that it is, we're going to a 4th overtime.
Switching sides. Overtime.
And oh, we have a timeout this time.
I assume this timeout's coming up from Brick City. They do, I believe they still have 2 timeouts though. So now Brick City stay determined, needing to figure out their plans. They look at the coach from Meme Boy. They telling the team to stay calm, think about it, think about your actions, think about what you're doing. It's just very, very expressive, and he's getting angry at his team. He's pushing.
This is like watching Gordon Ramsay.
Or watching Alex, to be honest. Or watching Alex. This is definitely interesting. Very experienced coach. He's telling those players to calm down. That's all they need. Just think about the plays. Think about it all. He now has gone silent. Now has to.
I really like the enthusiasm.
He is very enthusiastic. He is very much. What is this? He's now looking at the camera. He's looking at the camera very menacingly now. And now he does the famous pose. It looks like we have a production error. There we go. The camera is gone. The coach cam stayed a little bit too long there. Stayed a little bit too long. I don't. That's a bit interesting there. And already we waste the wall for the side of Wachikiko that could have been used for an entry. Chakal spotting out these players, sending out a molly to try to stall them for the time being. Right behind him is Derp, sending out a seize to try and stop them. Once again, a 4th OT, paranoid up. Derp is taking a lot of damage, sending out a flash. Can you find any players? Yes, you can. Derp finding budget forsaken now. Checo. So nothing left else. There's nothing really to stop these players from working. But look at where Budget Kiko is at the moment. Budget Kiko already deep towards Trophy. It's pushing forward. Googling. Has Googled their location. Using Google Maps. Finding where these players are positioned at. Continuing to push forward. The Google Maps are not working with his aim. Not in tandem at least. And eventually the Google Maps will fail him. Petite right there and drop. Finds his mark. Can you find a second? No, you cannot. The plan goes through. Fair 3v3. The entirety of Stay Determined now going through the mid, going to Trophy. Derp is sending out his haunt. Nothing else. No information to gain. Everyone playing on all different angles. But Giselle is finding a vandal shot shaped to Jakal. Moo and Derp working in tandem. Now it's a 1v1. Budget versus Moo. But wait a minute. The tour de force, can it find its mark? The spike slowly ticking away! A beautiful shot from Budget Neon, a 4K to end us off. And it's 60-15. Brick City once again taking map and series point.
Great shots from Chamber. Right there. I guess the key to mastering Chamber is op usage, as well as the trip. Hopefully, oh, he's switching his strip position. He's now changing it from A link to just A. Looks like they're trying something new.
Yeah, it looks like they are just trying something new here. Gonna lurk up mid now. They are well aware of where the Cypher and Jet are wanting to push out from. Figuring out where Cypher is, but Jet still on his lonesome. Googling. Still stuck there. Derp. Neon. Everyone here now needing to get ready for a potential mid push coming out. Here we go. Petite but versus Budget Neon. Who's gonna win it out? It's gonna be Budget Neon once more. 4v5. Man advantage. Downed. Continuing back around to the ace site. Activating the thorns. Sends out Budget Aspas, tries his best to get a pick, but now he's taken down low. Right behind the smoke is Budget Neon trying to spam it through. The wall will come up to try to prevent him from pushing any forward anymore. Now the 4-on-5 retake. To make that a 4-on-4 retake with how low one of these players are. Budget Aspas still right behind this wall, sending out the stun, and that is an Odin Paranoid as well, following it up. But this Alpha Jashal fighting two. A 3K for Budget Neon, and the countdown is continuing to go, and all that's left is move, but he will not do anything else. Brick City, welcome to the playoff stage. Well, not yet. And Mean Boy has completely raged out of the cam. Brick City has taken Stay Determined out of playoffs contention, but there is still 2 more weeks, and there's still a chance for them. There is still a chance for them.
Yeah, maybe.
They've completely barred. They have for now they have barred the Stay Determined out, and Brick City will, I believe, take their place as the number 4 seed in Group A of Devour. Woo! That was an insane match, wasn't it, Slapcake?
Yeah. I do admit Brick City did make a lot of mistakes, but in the end they did have a double sentinel comp, so it's very meta for Summit right now.
Indeed, that is gonna be the meta so far. Double duelists, I guess it could work, but it's all good. It's all good. And by the way, before of course we go over to other parts of this stream today, I just want to mention real quick, if you want your own customized keychain, or you just want to write Gun Buddy and you're tired of waiting for if you're tired of waiting for a riot employee to come through in your game to get out Riot with Gun Buddy, make sure to do exclamation mark XC for your personal keychains. I'm hearing a lot of voices in my head right now.
Yeah,
it's a
me
little
too.
bit. There's a lot of whispers up in here.
If someone decided to put ASMR on, I don't know who did that.
There's a lot of ASMRs, and yes, we're gonna have our post-match interview with one of the budgets on side of Brick City. I just don't know who it's gonna be. Will it be budget? Will it be budget Aspas? I mean, no, of course we all know Aspas being the GOAT, but I mean, what would his budget counterpart say, right? What would his budget counterpart say, or would it be budget Celsius? Would it be budget Forsaken? Will it be anyone else? Let's say we hit. And I just now got word we are gonna see the budget version of Forsaken himself. So we're about to get into an interview with him and see what happens here. Congratulations to isn't the Brick City. They're about to be Budget Forsaken's about to be get dragged here. Let's ask him if they let's ask Brick's Budget Forsaken if they're planning to play all the agents of the of Valorant, like on their own conquests. We shall now sit here in silence for a bit. Never mind. Never mind. It's not gonna be Budget Forsaken. It is gonna be Budget Neon. So, I guess I'll ask him to speak in Spanish, or is it Portuguese? Wait a minute. I forgot Neon's nationality. Wait, let me research that real quick.
Neon's Filipino.
What?
What?
What? What am I hearing, bro? What is
Hello,
going on in my
welcome.
ears, bro?
Hello, welcome, Budget Neon.
Hello.
Welcome to the congratulations on getting match MVP and congratulations
Thank
on
you.
the win. Now, of course, my main question is, how did it feel to go to a 4 overtime map? The
You know,
longest.
you know what? I will take it, bro. I believe we could check the stats. That's the first overtime we've actually won, or at the very least, the first like long overtime we've won. It feels good. It feels good.
Congratulations to you for that.
Thank you. I had to lock in there at the end.
And I mean, I just want to ask, like, are you usually a chamber main? Are you usually a person who plays chamber a lot?
Mostly Sentinel main. Like I play a lot of Sentinels, but like Chamber, he's just so good. Like it's really hard to run any other Sentinel, and we have Sonya. Sonya's a really good Sentinel, so the double Sentinel kind of works. And Chamber, we can kind of run him like a duelist sometimes, so it helps with our attack half. On defense, I just kind of pick an op, pick an area, and they just kind of can't go there. And it's just so good. It's hard to not run it, you know.
I mean, fair play right there. And I mean, we saw a lot of chamber shots coming out from you, and and as well, I believe one of your teammates almost got an ace. I believe that was Budget for second, I believe. But
I believe so.
My main question here now is, you have just taken Stay Determined out of the playoffs contention. Well, not fully, but now you're in the 4th place spot, I believe, after this. So how does that feel?
It feels bad to send someone home. I know they still have a chance, but like as far as we're concerned, like I don't know, there's a lot riding on us. I feel like we have a lot of like glaze, I guess, going into a lot of this, so it felt bad to kind of lose a couple rounds. So it's nice. It's nice to be in the playoffs, at least so far.
So far, yes, indeed. Do you have anyone you want to shout out? Any members of your teammates?
Shout out my whole team for carrying me. Actually like clutching up when I needed them most. Shout out my girlfriend. I believe she's watching the stream. She'll probably hear me in a couple minutes. And then shout out Clove. Shout out my IGL for letting me run Clove on Sunset. Actually, such a good pick.
Indeed it was. Indeed it was. We might have gotten a little bit of protest here in the production staff. It might have been a little bit of protestation.
Never doubt me.
Yeah. And now, of course, we come to the penultimate question. Now that you are in the top 4, who are you looking to face in Group A and Group B of Devourer? Like anyone?
That's a good question. Honestly, there's a lot of good teams. Kind of all of them. I'm hoping we can make it all the way, make it the playoffs. I'd like to fight genuinely everyone. Who's the team that played today? I can't pronounce their name.
Kirk Shetra and
yeah. Them. I hope we go up against them in the finals. That's my prediction. But
I see.
That seems interesting.
I see that you wanna fight the team with the weirdest name in the league, and fair play. Snapcake, do you have any questions for Budget Neon here?
Yeah, it was a overtime, which means it was close. So, first off, what do you think you did in order to get ahead of them? Like, what micro decisions did you make to get ahead of them, and what micro decisions did they make that screwed them over?
We kind of got a handle on how they started playing. We noticed some trends with how their Fade was playing that kind of indicated how they were stacked on the map, and just capitalizing on that, keeping vibes up. That's the good one. Trying to keep energy high. That's the most important part, especially with an overtime. When it's back and forth that frequently, it's really easy to think it's all is lost, especially when you're down. but we kept it together, pulled it through.
It's never over till it's over, right?
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah. But how things were going, I was expecting like a 21-23 overtime, to be honest.
It was tight. It was tight. They were very good. They were
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I was surprised because I figured it was going to be a pretty tough, like pretty close game, but it was good. That was fun.
It was. Now, before we let you go, of course, you did your shout outs. Now, any message for your competitors, to your enemy teams?
Stop banning Lotus. It's my favorite map. I love playing it. That's please. I'm begging you.
Well, thank you so much, Budget Neon. Slapkick, do you have any more questions for him before we let him go?
Nah, I liked the games. You had some good op shots, by the way.
Thank you. I try. A lot of aim
Clear-
training in my past, bro.
I
So
see.
good.
Well, thank you so much, Budget Neon. We're gonna let you go. You have a good rest of your night, my friend. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye.
Whew, what a interview indeed. Now, that unfortunately that will be the matches all up for today. But of course, Empress is not yet over. We still have a lot of games left for you guys to watch. Of course, there's still 2 more weeks before the playoffs, and as well, we are also still accepting teams for the future seasons, of course. So, if you will, do exclamation mark Empress to join the action in. And once again, I have been the Rooster King, and here with my co-casters Blitz and Slapcake. Unfortunately, Blitz is no longer here. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Sabes que es el día que te conocí. Le doy gracias a mis ángeles por traerte a mí. Eres la estrella que me alumbra mi oscuridad. Me haces soñar y me haces pensar en ti. Y yo te quiero cumplir todos tus sueños. Y sí, te quiero atrapar, te quiero amar con todo mi ser. Y tú luego vas a ver que tú tienes el poder de hacerme feliz, salir adelante. Wanna know more about you. Got a lot of work to do. You keep me thinking about you, so you know this love is true. Wanna know more about you. I got a lot of love for you. And every day and every night, you know I got you on my mind. You are my fire that burns bright. You know this life's about you and I. You know that I'm gonna try, cause you are my light. You know I wanna make you mine. Te quiero cumplir todos tus sueños. Y sí, te quiero atrapar, te quiero amar con todo mi ser. Y tú luego vas a ver que tú tienes el poder de hacerme feliz, salir adelante. Wanna know more about you. Got a lot of work to do. You keep me thinking about you, so you know this love is true. Wanna know more keep me thinking about you. So you know this love is true. Wanna know more about you. I got a lot of love for you. And every day and every night, you know I got you on my mind.
Yo, listen, oi, run that again, I'm shelling them. Flow galactic, cool man Bellingham. Man, I got love in Krakow and Birmingham. The gal love me, but I keep hurting them. I'm a twat, got the chat. Bit of this and bit of that. I'll run up in your yard with the Polish lads. By the time we're done, it won't be your flat, like flat. Tire, jet, flyer. Man marking a tart in a raid Maguire. Hardest skis in the game, Dan Dyer. I got loads of heat like a shit hair dryer. And again, I'm a big game player. Fly your sister out to Marbella. Treat her nice to a vampire and a Chardonnay and a pack of Stella. We make it bang like shotgun. Bottles on tap, let me pop one. We make it bang like shotgun. And if you want lyrics, I got some. We make it bang like shotgun. Bottles on tap, let me pop one. We make it bang like shotgun. And if you want lyrics, I got some. We make it bang like shotgun. Best dressed in a rave like got one. Nah, I ain't got a wife, but I want one. Pink sweets and a dance might pop one. Aye, this one loud is kicking. That one's fine like parking tickets. Chatter up like what's your digits? Off the goose, forgot my lyrics. Getting silly at the function. 2 pints of beer and my brain can't function. Drive fast, don't stop at the junction. It's P, I don't need introduction. Yo, they already know what I'm on. Won't slow down, but I just carry on. I make tunes for the gal and tunes for the dons. We make it pop off every single time that we're on. We make it bang like shotgun. Bottles on tap, let me pop one. We make it bang like shotgun. And if you want lyrics, I got some. We make it bang like shotgun. Bottles on tap, let me pop one. We make it bang like shotgun. And if you want lyrics, I got some. We make it bang like shotgun. Bottles on tap, let me pop one. We make it bang like shotgun. And if you want lyrics, I got some. We make it bang like shotgun. Bottles on tap, let me pop one. We make it bang like shotgun. And if you want lyrics, I got some.
Would you be fine if I leave by the time the sun is out? I cannot need a pretty show, I will be fine. Just let me go. Would you be fine?